Christmas in the past.
Good morning, Crypto Chaos. How's it going, everyone? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's go, let's go. We got roll call coming in from Joy this morning. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? We know. Come on. I was making fun of the chat last night for how they were reacting. Master Otaku, the Crypto King, coming in there. OG Bobbin, yes. How's it going, Bobbin? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, Crypto JPEG says, good morning, Crypto Chaos. He had a very bad dream, apparently. You need to share that with us, Crypto JPEG. Get that one out there. Yeah, Joy says, good morning, Chaos Crew. Yes, my morning roll call shout out. Otaku, GG, OG, Bobbin, Braveheart McFreedom, Neb, Strawberry, Dragon, Andy, Crypto JPEG, Jake the Snake, and everyone, of course, hello. Happy Joy. Hello to you. Thanks again for coming out and supporting the channel. Thanks again. Let's go. I'm fudging the fingers. I'm not even awake yet, guys. I've slept so much in the past 24 hours. It's ridiculous. I still can't wake up. It's ridiculous. All right. Anyway, so where are we this morning, guys? Let's get into it. Boom. Well, if you were here last night, I guess we can hide Elmo for a little bit here. I keep putting him back on the board. He's had so much screen time here lately. It's been great. I love it. Okay, all right. Yeah, there you go, Elmo. Okay, give me a minute, Elmo. God dang it. Fighting with Trading View this morning. Okay, yes, 108.9, down $50, $40 from 109, coming down from a high of 110,300 from last night. Again, last night, guys, winning. So man, what else is new?
Even get tired of winning.
Yeah, we're tired of winning. Okay. Basically, yes, we're calling for our baseline bull. Last night we got baseline bull. Enough said. Crypto Chaos lives on. Jeez, yes. It's another day. Where is everyone? Yes, exactly. Quiet today, says Jeff. It's the quiet before the storm. We're actually talking about over on our Discord server, guys. If you haven't checked out the Discord yet, crazy wild place, of course, where we all converge and talk about all the chaos. Cody shared this with us yesterday, and I watched it right before the live stream last night. If I can jump over to the server real quick. Yeah, there we go. There was some creepy stuff. Yeah, we have some stuff over here, ghosts and stuff. This here about the 331 Atlas. Yeah, dang you. Dang you, Cody. Yeah, Cody shared this one last night, and I just couldn't go to bed. Yeah,
What are you, stupid?
Crazy stuff. So I guess it's gonna be in our orbit. It's gonna be in our orbit. I mean, well, it's already, I guess, already in our orbit. It's gonna be presenting itself in front of the sun for the first time on the 30th of October. And there's also scientific claims that we're gonna be like all in the same frequency and stuff, and we're gonna have like a psychic like event. It almost kind of sounds like Gundam. If you guys ever are familiar with Gundam, it's one of my favorites, of course. Anyway, yeah. So again, guys, don't forget to head out and check out the Discord server. Even this morning was kind of boring on Bloomberg, to be honest. Yeah, of course, all you gotta do is go over there, read the rules. Links down in the description below, and of course, to get access, just click on the little emoji. All right, moving on. All right, so anyway, Bitcoin sitting at 109,000. What does this mean? Well, it means that we still have room to grow, right? We have room to go in proving that this is the sell-off that everyone's claiming it will be. I still don't believe it. Personally, again, we need to see 105, then we need to see 103, and of course the inevitable, according to some people, breakdown of 100,000 at 97. We haven't come close to any of these breakdown targets yet, so again, we live to fight another day. All right, good morning. Yes, Cody, yeah, you freaking me out, you crazy bastard in the chat. My lack of sleep is because of you, my guy. I love you, Cody. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I'm telling you we need to talk about on Tinfoil Hat Tuesdays. Yes, coming soon, guys. Coming soon. Another day on the DCA and drop in. Yeah, to repeat, can be happy for the sale price. It says Cliff. Might be contagious and bullish. All we need, guys, is that psychic event to occur, and we're all in the same frequency, and we can just kind of like all think about crypto and Bitcoin together and change the world. Change the world of at least 2 billion people. Oh God, crazy stuff. All right, yes. Crypto JPEG says I felt right that way. Too real and too vivid. And when I woke up my dream, I opened my portfolio and I had $29 and some change. That was like me last night. Oh God, I can't even find it amongst the ruin. It's really gone. Yeah, I had $6 left in my bank. I mean, in my wallet, and I just burned it all last night. Gotta go to the bank today. Yes. All right. Okay. It wasn't real, says JPEG. It wasn't real. Oh, mine was. I sacrificed it last night for the channel. That's why $110,000 Bitcoin happened last night. Oh yeah, Joy coming in. Yes. Hi, Cody. Yes. Soon we're gonna get it, guys. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
I don't know. It just seems like it's just Bitcoin's time, and it's always Bitcoin's time, and Bitcoin will always be 60% dominance, and it's stuck at 60% dominance.
This entire idea of like 60% dominance,
yes,
is
Sailor,
ridiculous, stupid,
it is,
right?
It is.
Like,
when old season? That is the question. That's why I put it in my thumbnail, guys. Is altcoin season dead? Is the dream of altcoin season dead? Maybe this year it is. Maybe next year it won't be. But it seems that way so far this year. All right, and what am I referring to? Of course, if you guys haven't been following the channel for the last, I don't know, week, 2 weeks, we've been stuck in this range for Bitcoin dominance, holding 60%, like insane. The lowest we've been in the past few weeks has been 59.7, not even 75. 0.7677. Of course, so close to that 60% dominant on Bitcoin. When was the last time we were under or close to 55%? I don't think it's been a minute. About 6 months maybe. Down here, 57.5. Damn, back in September. Damn, we haven't been there. We've been above 60 or damn near close. The lowest we've seen so far this year, according to TradingView, is 57.32% on Bitcoin dominance this year. This was in September when we thought we were finally going to see that big move. We're still waiting for this to happen, guys. Last bull cycle, we fell from 62% all the way down to 45, 44, 40%, flat. Ran that for long enough time that, of course, we had our alt season, and we have not seen anything like it at all. Not even a glimpse of it this year. That's why I say that we have seen nothing. Nothing has happened this year at all. In the grand scheme of things, yes, Bitcoin is over 100,000, retains prices over 100,000, but all the altcoins, I mean, we haven't seen an all-time high yet for majority of all the altcoins. I mean, very few of them have hit all-time highs. All right. We have time, guys. We still have time on our side. I made it until the open bell. We got to get over there, guys. We got to get over there. All right. We're getting over there now. I got coffee this morning. Kind of stuffy this morning, too. Ugh. Nasally. Stuffy and nasally. Coffee does help, though. Yes, coffee does help. All right, guys. All right. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. I've been feeling that for a while. I've mentioned it multiple times, and Bloomberg was really boring this morning. Oh my God, Tesla, airlines, not a single mention of crypto that I witnessed. And yeah, usually we find a little bit of snippets here or there. They like to talk about crypto in the pre-market and then kind of ignore crypto and Bloomberg until like 12:30, 1 o'clock for whatever reason. Like they don't want to get investors all riled up or hyped up. Or ignoring the emerging markets, for potential investors. I don't know what the deal is, but it seems to be a common theme on Bloomberg. Wait, okay, so we're just waiting for the opening bell. It should happen in like 25, 30 minutes now. We're pretty much there. We're pretty much there. Here we go. 20 seconds. Boom.
I'm Matt Miller. We've got a ton of earnings news out today. No shortage of geopolitical tensions simmering as well. And you have S&P futures actually coming up into the green, but really little change here. NASDAQ futures, very little changed as well. And this has been a theme. We haven't really broken out of a range that we got into last week. We did have an amazing, obviously, Monday, but we sold off yesterday. And right now we hear the opening bell in New York Stock Exchange, Energy Vault, enabling a renewable world. This is a company that you would expect to be absolutely crushing it as we need energy from anywhere we can get it for AI. They had a good year so far. I think they're up 40% year to date, but over the past 5 years, down 65%. Down at the NASDAQ market site, you've got Forbes ringing the bell. I believe that's Moira, Forbes herself. I don't know why. There's some kind of anniversary. The most powerful women's list, and that's why.
In sports, and I think they had an event with a lot of athletes at it who were all very impressive. I wasn't there. I saw photos of people there. It looked very cool.
There you go. There you go.
A not cool day for Tesla, if I can make that horrible segue. Its shares are down 4 1/3%. Their profit dropped in the third quarter. That's despite the fact that they had record sales. Earnings are down 30% from a year ago. Matt, the problem is that they're spending a lot on AI, so margins don't look great. They also cited tariff concerns too. All that weighing on the shares this morning.
Yeah, IBM also reporting disappointing, well, for IBM, it's revenue that disappointed in its key software businesses. Bloomberg Intelligence says the results suggest that organic software growth is slowing, even at Big Blue. And I think that's interesting as we often hear concerns about AI eating software's lunch. Joining us now to talk a little bit more about this and really the whole tech space is Bloomberg Intelligence senior analyst Anurag Rana. Anurag, in terms of IBM, what is the problem specifically?
You know, you could say there was a modest deceleration in a couple of the units, and, you know, Red Hat came in slightly lower than where consensus was.
All right, I don't want to spend the entire morning talking about IBM. I think he's going to maybe mention the tech sector. I just don't know if I want to sit around and wait for it. CNBC this morning, what we got? Squawk on the Street talking about IBM as well. Nothing else is new. What else do we have here? Fox Business. Trump eyes equity stakes in quantum firms. So it looks like maybe another American buyout by the U.S. government, like the likes of Intel. 10% of Intel is owned now by the U.S. government. All right, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. What else we got? What else I got in the headlines today? It's kind of a slow start today, guys. Kind of sluggish. Okay, stocks are a little changed as Tesla, IBM fall on earnings. And then, of course, there's a tag little there for oil. American Airlines hires industry veteran to lead commercial team as profits trail rivals. American Airlines profit forecast. Yeah, all the American Airlines nonsense. That's all I heard this morning was Tesla, American Airlines, Tesla, American Airlines. Tesla. Quantum stocks surge on report of Trump eyeing stakes in the group like Intel, rare earth companies as well. That's yeah, I mean, that's, of course, what he's been buying, our government's been buying, which is, again, kind of weird and unheard of, and it kind of goes against the free market, because the government's picking winners, right? Okay, let's see what else we have here. Thursday's biggest analyst calls, Microsoft, IBM, Social Security, Coca-Cola, not Coca-Cola, the Cola, for 2026, some retirees wish it would be more. Yeah, Snap is also getting shut down basically at the end of the month. I think we've got like 7, 6, or 8 more days of that left for the recipients. Let's see. Nothing else really big, man. I want something juicy. Elon said Tesla's robot will be incredible surgeon. Left Wall Street with no guidance on EVs. Oh, jeez. Hopefully they're not as clumsy as they are right now. Operation. Yeah, no. I want to see him play the Optimus robots play Operation the board game first before they're playing with people's insides. Okay, CEO Elon Musk spent the earnings call touting the company's robotaxi Optimus efforts without addressing the auto business fundamentals. It's one of the reasons why they're talking about Tesla. You even got me talking about Tesla now, damn it.
What are you, stupid?
You of course drag me in with the robots. I always of course fall for the robots. CEO Elon Musk and nothing else demand for the company's electric vehicles. After a key federal tax credit expired last month. That's their $500 tax credit or whatever. There was no mention of the Cybertruck and the impact of the tariffs in the auto parts sector. Investors have no signs for how much the fourth quarter is shaping up for Tesla. People just don't quite appreciate the degree at which this will take off, where it will honestly it's going to be like a shockwave, Musk says in his opening remarks. We have millions of cars out there for that fact with a software update become full self-driving, and we're making it a couple million a year. A couple million cars a year. How long has this software update been planned out for? I don't remember. A long time. It's got to be over a decade now. He's, of course, promising the full self-driving. You also have to pay for that software update, too. I don't think that's a free update. And all cars are just going to be... maybe it's going to surprise the world and just give it away for free. That would be intense. And, of course, push everyone to buy Tesla, I think. During Tesla's prior earnings calls in July, Musk predicted that the company would have autonomous ride-hailing available to probably half its population in the U.S. by the end of the year. The company still doesn't produce or sell cars that are safe to drive without human ready to steer at the brake at all times. All right, nothing else new to cover there. Quantum stocks surge on report of Trump eyeing stakes in a group like Intel rare earth companies. Looks like, of course, they're after another buyout. Trump administration talks with several quantum computer firms, giving the Commerce Department equity stakes in exchange for federal funding. IonQ shares jump 9% in early trading on Thursday. D-Wave climbed 17%. Rigetti added 11%. Quantum computing was up 11% in general. Okay, all right. That's pretty much all I want to jump into on that stuff. We need to dig out some more stuff relative to our space. I want some Doom. Give me some Doom. Social Security cost of living adjustment 2026. Why some retirees wish it would be more. It's going to hurt, guys. It's going to hurt. Congress passes bill to fix the IRS math error. Notices what it means to taxpayers. I don't know. I don't care. Core Scientific gets upgrade from Roth as CoreWeave deal becomes less likely. Millions of families at risk of government shutdown impacts SNAP funding. Yes, this is what I was just talking about. More doom. And what does this mean for risk on assets? It's probably not good. We got to get this resolved. And again, guys, it's looking like they want to push this out to the end of the year. That way they do not have to ever bring those people back that were furloughed. That seems to be the plan. Starting on October 16th, SNAP benefits will not be paid until the federal government shutdown ends. The funds are released to PA. What? According to Pennsylvania. I was like, what? Yeah, Pennsylvania's there. Pennsylvania state website dated October 17th. The Texas Health and Human Services notes. SNAP benefits for November won't be issued if the federal government shutdown continues past October 27th. Oh, it's even sooner than I thought. Nevada, North Dakota, New Jersey, and New York, among others, have issued similar announcements, potentially delays or missed benefits occurring. Okay, some states are going to be the 27th, some are going to be the 31st, some is going to be November 1st. You guys get the idea, the end of the month. End of the month, the SNAP program, of course, for the food stamps for Americans. I think there are, they said what was it, 10-15% of the population claims some sort of amount of this. It's like somewhere between what is it, like 30 million Americans? That's an insane amount. 10%, 3 million. There's 300 and a percent would be 3 million, 3.6 million, something like that. There's 350 million people in America, I believe. How many Americans get SNAP benefits in 2025? Sure. Oh my god, I better flocks. Jeez, there we go. AI, come on, just give it to me. I want the date. I want it now. Okay. As of late 2025, apparently 42 million. That's way more than 10%. Yeah, that's way more. Unless there's 400 million Americans now or more. That's crazy. All right. Well, yeah. That's insane. Okay. All right. Moving on. More Doom. Give me more Doom. Let's go back to Fox Business real quick. We're gonna do the run through chat and then another run through Chatify. Right after I get through this, the headlines this morning. Mega Millions jackpot surges, making it one of the largest games in history. Oh my God! All the normies running to, of course, the chance to win the lottery. One in, I don't even know anymore, man. It's like, it's not 1 in a million, that's for sure. 1 in a billion, probably more like the odds, honestly, because there's 350 million Americans. If half of them play the lottery and they buy more than one ticket, then of course you're multiplying that by like 4 or 5, maybe 10. So yeah, I'm going to say 1 in a billion chance. Trump admin imposes sanctions on major Russian oil companies. Molson Coors to cut, what the hell? Hundreds of jobs in the major restructuring plan. Never heard of her, but everyone, of course, doing exactly what Walmart, Amazon, Google, all these tech companies, Microsoft, IBM, what was it, Dell, all these companies I'm talking about all had major layoffs or had the intention of laying off more with not ever hiring them back again. Walmart freezes work via hires amid Trump administration crackdown. State treasurers push CFPB on the third-party financial data access rule. National debt hits 38 trillion milestone. That's right, guys. Last night we covered it. It was awesome. That's the third trillion we rolled over, I believe, since the show was started. Maybe the fourth one. I forget. We definitely watched it since, I think, 35 or 36 trillion. So, yeah, we definitely watched that roll over quite a few times. Again, well, of course, we'll have a lot more, new milestones ahead. 40 trillion is not that far away, right? Not that far away. Trump's tariff strategy heads to the Supreme Court. We could take a look at that. That's at least some update on that. China responds to Trump breaking the dominance with a key agreement. We could take a look at that too. Amazon's bold AI plan could cut 600,000 American workforce jobs. We've been talking about that for days now. They came out with that, I believe, on Monday. GM plans eyes off driving. We can just touch base on that too, just barely. GM plans eyes off driving, AI and other high-tech features for its vehicles. We're so far behind on vehicles, guys. It's ridiculous. The Waymos right now over in Japan, in China are insane. Absolutely insane. $10,000 cars, full self-driving. This is ridiculous. We're so behind.
Stupid?
If they were to come over here and compete, which they're not allowed to, obviously, our auto industry would be dead in a I don't know, a year, probably a year, to these Waymos. Disney Plus lost 3 million subscribers after Jimmy Kimmel's suspension. Cracker Barrel, Jesus, don't talk about the U-turn on the logo. Why mid-October was what? Why did I get? Best time to buy a house, because no one really wants to. People want to get rid of their house quick before the winter, and of course people want to get are not looking as much. So you pretty much have the run of the litter when it comes to house buying. Be my guess there. Johnson accuses Democrats of prolonged government shutdown. Of course, we're on Fox Business, so it's going to be very, very highly politically driven in one direction. Warner Bros. Discovery open to being sold after unsolicited interest. There's like 3 big companies. I think it's Comcast, Netflix, and I forget the other one. Looking to buy up. Oh yeah, Paramount. Looking to buy up Warner Brothers. Political cartoons of the day. I guess we can take a look at that too. Screw it. We're running a little low on news stuff this morning. Newsworthy news to cover. All right, let me get back in the chat real quick, guys, and we're going to dive into some of the news articles I pulled up this morning on the headlines. Wow, funny colors. They are either super proactive or covering up for the buried bodies. Oh, God, Brave. What the hell? Oh, jeez.
What are you, stupid?
I hope so. I hope so. I never got the alert. You were live. Easy says, congrats on the shadow ban. Yes. Another shadow ban. Another shadow ban. It's probably because all the money we keep burning. Andy coming in with a £5 sterling. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Andy. How you doing? Happy Thursday. Yes. Happy Thursday to you too, Dandy. Blame Spencer for everything. Yes. Jeez. JW3 says China card safety regulated to our safety standards. I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I think that we have a lot of propaganda here in the United States that pushes us against what other countries in the world are doing, right? I think they're probably fine. All right, moving on. Okay, surging tariff revenue set the stage for Trump's court showdown on whether or not these tariffs are lawful. Let's see the current sentiment on this. Tariff revenues rose steadily to $17.4 billion in April, to $23.9 billion in May, before climbing to $28 billion in June, reaching now $29 billion in July. My God, why just stay where they are now? Okay, now totaling of $62.6 billion collected since September and August. Okay, so yeah, tariffs are definitely on the rise, and the government is obviously collecting these. And very happy about its current trajectory, apparently. For the full fiscal year of 2025, total duty revenue reached $215 billion. That's, again, getting closer to $1 trillion. According to the Treasury's custom, certain excise taxes report released on September 30th, American businesses pay for these import taxes directly to the federal government, but they often pass these costs off to raising prices, yes, meaning consumers ultimately shoulder much of the burden. Trump continues to defend his reliance on tariffs as a way to counter what he sees decades of unfair trade practices, of course, in the world we live in. Tariffs have been against the United States for years. Trump says on Fox News, it would always bother me so much to look at and see how they are always. This is all the same rhetoric we usually get. We lost 55% of our automobile business because of the fact that we didn't use tariffs. If we used tariffs, then we have lost. We wouldn't have lost anything, according to Donald Trump. I wanted to see some of the current court legal issues here, but I don't think we have anything. Trump said the administration does not have currently have a fallback plan should the Supreme Court invalidate its tariff policy. I'll have to figure something out. I don't even want to think about it, he said. Again, yeah, I guess we're still waiting in the dark on that one, whether these are still legal or lawful. I'd imagine they are, but it's not like we haven't seen them before.
Critical minerals and rare earths, and we're going to be signing an agreement that's been negotiated over a period of 4 or 5 months.
Again, these comments are from a few weeks ago when we started, building that MMP. We started purchasing parts of MMP in, where's it, Wyoming? I think I'm pretty sure it's in Wyoming, to mine for rare earth minerals in the United States, like we haven't done in a while. And of course, they also purchased 10% of Intel. And yeah, they just keep going into this. The idea is that China responds to U.S. Australia rare earth steel. This is another attempt for us to get more rare earths from another country. All right, so yeah, rare earths have been used in a range of applications for critical components and consumer electronics, yada yada yada. We need them especially for military use purposes and everything else. Okay, so the USGS found in 2024 China's mines produced 270,000 tons of rare earths, and the country has 44 million tons of reserves. By comparison, the U.S. produces 45,000 tons of rare earths and had 1.9 million tons of reserves in comparison. A drop in the bucket. I got a drop in the bucket. Okay, according to the document outlining the agreement released by the White House, the U.S. and Australia is each committed to investing $1 billion to cover the next 6 months of mining processing projects, as well as the set minimum price for the critical minerals. All right, and that's of course the newest deal out of Australia. All right, that's what I thought. I thought this video was from before.
About a year from now, we'll have so much critical mineral and rare earths that you won't know what to do with them. They'll be worth about $2. But we're really working on anything having to do with military protection, military ships, vehicles, guns, ammunition, everything, the whole thing.
All right, right. So that's what we got going on with that. All right, continuing on. Amazon defends ambitious AI strategy that could prevent 600,000 future hires through innovation. We've been talking about this since Monday. It's been fun. I love the doom. Let's see, of course. So let's get a little clip of this
Questions
here.
over its ambition for automation and what that could mean for workers.
Hard at it, sorting these packages.
But a recent New York Times article raises the concern that robots are going to be replacing people at the company. According to the New York Times reporting, Amazon aims to sell twice as many products by 2033 without adding to its U.S. workforce, translating to more than 600,000 people that Amazon doesn't need to hire. We had an exclusive interview with Amazon's chief technologist, Ty Brady, who says the humans that currently work at Amazon won't be losing their jobs to robots. He says the goal isn't to replace people, but to have robots work hand in hand with them. He also says that it's unclear how many human jobs Amazon would actually be filling with robots.
Okay, I believe you.
Speculative hiring, it's still speculation, right? But I do know this. I do know that we will continue to amplify what our employees can do by giving them the best tool set possible. That's using physical AI systems in order to create a safer environment and more productive environment for our employees.
All right. Moving on. Again, just a little bit more slice of doom. All right. Okay, and we had the cartoons of the day. Look how far right they are. What the hell? Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Ridiculous nonsense. Okay. All right. Let's get back to TradFi real quick. See if anything is happening, and then we're gonna rip into some crypto news here in about 6 or 7 minutes. Get that out of the oven. It's about time. All right, Andy coming in with some alpha here. Let's see what Andy's got here. Secretary Scott Bessent. Ooh, I can't wait to see what this is about. Let's see. Thanks again, Andy, for dropping the alpha in the chat. Scott Bessent says America's golden age is underway, and the best is yet to come. We got a little clip here from Scott Bessent.
The economy looks pretty good. Could be growing as much as 4%. I'm looking at some deflation, energy deflation, gasoline deflation, agriculture, commodity deflation. Budget deficits seem to be coming down. Even spending may be coming down. I mean, I know you're tweeting on this stuff. Things look pretty good at home, huh?
Larry, things look great, and they're good now. I think 2026, 2027 are going to be great years because, as you know, part of what's happening with the tax bill is the president's campaign promises, which he kept, on no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, and deductibility of auto loans for American cars. On the first three, working Americans have kept their withholding the same. And you might recall, I'm also the IRS commissioner, so I can see what's going on at the IRS. And I can tell you that in the first quarter of the year, we are going to see substantial tax refunds for working Americans. On January 1st, working Americans will reset their withholding levels, and they will have substantial real income increases. So that's a pretty good combination. You get a refund, and your weekly, monthly earnings go up. And as you said, we're starting to see this affordability crisis. We've gotten it under control. The first thing to getting it under control was stopping the Bidenflation. Now that we've done that, we are able to, as you pointed out, energy prices are down. I think that housing prices are a lagging indicator, especially in rates. So I think we could see that the CPI numbers start coming down next month, the month after.
Damn, those are some bullish comments and statements from Scott Bessent. I mean, just basically saying that, hey, I've been in the IRS now. Yeah, he's been acting IRS. I don't know what you call it, official or whatever. Now for like the last 2 or 3 months when they got rid of that last guy. It's the 7th person acting as the head of the IRS this year alone. It's a mess, guys, what's happening in the U.S. government this year. Hopefully this will all get, cleaned up. And it sounds like Americans are going to get, it's not even just a stimulus check, but also a tax cut next year. So this is bullish, of course, for risk on assets. Going to be a lot more money sloshing around for the big companies, institutions, and, Americans, right? All right, moving back into it, guys. The TradFi. Let's see what else we have here in the chat before we move on. Cobots. Cobot says Braveheart. The far left is always amusing, says Dylan K. Of course, dystopian future is rapidly approaching. The Cobots purported to be co-workers will soon eliminate tons of jobs. Apparently, Amazon packages are dropping costs an average of 30 cents, they claim. Oh, wow. 30 cents. Clankers Wirebacks. Oh, jeez. Michael Gammon. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, how you doing, Michael? Chip-faced. Co-bots. Oh, God. Co-bots. You're not gonna have coworkers anymore. You have to report to your registered cobot. It's gonna be your robot buddy. Not your work buddy anymore. It's gonna be your robot buddy. All right. Let's see what else Bloomberg got for us this morning, and of course do another TradFi run of the news.
This is Bloomberg Open Interest. I'm Matt Miller. We saw futures down, and we're looking now in the cash trade gains on the major indexes. The S&P 500 now up about 0.5% at 67.29. I believe the closing high is 67.53. The intraday high is about 67.62. And I know Jonathan Krinsky over at BTIG said if we get above 67.62, then we're off to the races, but if not, we remain range bound here. The Nasdaq up 0.5% at 25,000 even. Take a look at some of the individual movers to my left. Nvidia, one of the big reasons for the gain, up 0.5% right now. Tesla, obviously the big miss. It's a drop of 4%, but Tesla's only worth $1.5 trillion only, right? Not even. And Nvidia is worth well over $4 trillion. American Airlines adding to the airline successes that we've seen from Delta and United. Southwest actually getting punished in today's market after its earnings report, down 4 2/3 reports.
I think I know who they're gonna have on
4 2/3%, I should say. And then we have Euronet.
Yep. I really don't want to get into all that. Okay. So anyway, guys, if you guys are watching this morning, 32 people in the chat right now. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I need to shill harder, trying to get, of course, up to 1,500 subscribers so we can hand out more wrenches in the chat. I want to break YouTube's algorithm so bad, guys. Wrenchonomics are in play now. They're in play. All right, let's see what CNBC has to talk about this morning.
Again, goes back to network. See, when you give customers people.
I really don't want to hear about T-Mobile. Moving on into Fox Business, and then we're going to jump into crypto news next. I really don't want to hear about any of these people talking about politics. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Let's go back into some crypto news, guys. CZ calls Peter Schiff's tokenized gold a trust me bro asset. Yes.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, wow. CZ putting the heat on Schiff. That's hilarious. Trust me, bro. The gold. Yeah, referring to gold. Binance co-founder and former CEO Xi Jinping, CZ Dao, dismissed the crypto critic Peter Schiff's plan to launch a tokenized gold product, calling it a trust me, bro asset. It's exactly been my problem with the actual intrinsic value of a digital version of the physical gold. You know, it's not really physical. It's digital, and we're not talking about Bitcoin. We're talking about gold, right? In the Thursday post on X, CZ has said tokenized gold is not on-chain gold, but a promise, yes, just like futures contracts and everything else, on third-party custody. It's a tokenized. It's tokenizing that you trust some third party will give you gold at some later date, and that's always been my problem with like tokenizing real-world assets. Like even if you put like some sort of stamp or indicator or like some sort of GPS locator and you can track it anywhere in the world, how do you know that is on the actual thing? How do you know that isn't taken at some point to redistribute to someone else? You know, it always bugs me. That's just why I hold majority of my assets in Bitcoin. Or my net worth in Bitcoin. Even after their management changes, maybe decades later during a war, he wrote, CZ's comments came after Schiff, a longtime Bitcoin critic and gold advocate, announced plans of the Thread Guy podcast to roll out a gold-backed token. According to Schiff, the users will be able to buy and store gold in a vault via an app, transfer ownership through a blockchain, and redeem it for physical gold. He described it as an easier way to spend gold digitally without complete with debit cards linked to gold holdings. Saying the obvious, most people in crypto know this. Most people not in crypto may not understand it yet, says ZZ. Tokenized gold is not on-chain gold. Yes. It's tokenizing that you should, trust some third party with to give you gold at some later date, even after their management changes, maybe even decades later during a war, etc. It's a trust me bro token. This is no reason. This is the reason no gold coins have really ever taken off. All right. So that's that current debate continuing. Nice to see CZ speaking on behalf of that, though. Ripple co-founder keeps cashing out at the highs. Will it hurt XRP's price? Oh boy, what do we got here? Man, we got a whole bunch of news this morning, though. Ripple co-founder and former CEO Chris Larsen has amassed millions in returns and profits since XRP since 2018, potentially putting in the price recovery at risk. Yeah. He's been taking profits for quite a while now, and I've raised my concerns on this. What was it, back in the last big one he did was like April, wasn't it? Like April, something like that. And then no, it wasn't. It was afterwards. It was in the summer too. We've been talking about it at multiple points in the last 2 years. This has been followed religiously by some, right? XRP was at risk of further losses. Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen continued to realize profit from his XRP stash. In a post on X, J.A. Martoon, an analyst on the on-chain analytics platform Crypto Quant, told XRP holders that Larsen has a habit of cashing out near local highs. His current profits, reached 764 millions. Its XRP price trades 34% below the multi-year highs of around 3.6 reach on July 13th. The drawback has been partly attributed to large outflows from a wallet linked to Larsen. While some see this as a reasonable profit taking, others have accused Larsen of deliberately offloading at the highs. Following on the topic, Martoon shared a chart revealing that Larsen's realized profit taking from his XRP withdrawals has expanded significantly in 2025, raising the bar up to 42 million, almost $1 billion of taking profits here recently since 2018. There's the charts. Wow, that's a dick move, man.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, geez, that's literally a Chris Larsen realized profit chart out there. You can't make this crap up. It's hilarious. Wow. And an earlier post on X Monday, analysts flagged a 50 million XRP transfer from Larsen's wallet. Or, of course, this continues on and on and on, my friend. All right, I'm going to stop here and basically say, because it just keeps going. This is insane. Wall of text here. I'm just going to say it once, and I'll say it again. I said this before. This is, of course, a founder, right? Who's taking profits of something that, of course, he's invested in for many, many years. He's more than happy and more than willing to do so, right? Even if it hurts the XRP price, all right? He is, of course, got the ability, and he can do it if he wants, right? Anyway, moving on. BNB wins October amid Binance market crash scrutiny. Wow. I mean, they were up to $1,400 BNB token. Yeah, they definitely did win October for sure. Mysterious Mr. Nakamoto author finding Satoshi would hurt Bitcoin. That's based on the documentary of the same name, isn't it? The book. Benjamin Wallace is amusingly direct a way of trying to solve the identity of Bitcoin's creator in his book, The Mysterious Mr. Nakamoto. He just asks every possible candidate, are you Satoshi Nakamoto? I still didn't rule out the possibility that Nakamoto, who's frustrated, who had been bothered to simply ask him, why would he ever even agree to it at this point? It seems like the week there's another newspaper investigating a documentary or nonfiction book promising to amass Satoshi. We even have a Hollywood movie coming out, I think, by the end of the year about Satoshi Nakamoto. It's going to be obviously a fictional film. All right, what else do we have? Anything else here? Cointelegraph definitely knocking some of these out of the park this morning. I'm glad to have some of these to talk with you guys this morning. All right, let me get back here in the chat, guys. Before we move on, good morning, Chaos Crew. Good morning, Strawberry. Of course, our favorite flavor of dragon. You guys get the news? Strawberry, did you get the news? You tell your coworkers about all the robots that are about to replace them in AI? They're coming for you. Yes. All right. Cody Bakula, yes, I forgot to like the button. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, guys. We got about 40 people watching on the live this morning. Don't forget, guys, I need a shill harder. The King of Ohio, Jake the Snake, demands it. All right. Why am I silly floppy disk? Jeez.
What are you, stupid?
Long story. When Stimmy checks, says Dylan K. End of year, beginning of next year, probably February, probably. All right. Let's keep going. TradFi, go back to TradFi. Let's see what else is happening. Let's do some sentiment real quick. It looks like they're just doing a catch up anyway. That's a good opportunity for us to do some overall quick little sentiment run through. Of course, the fear and greed index right now sitting for the stock market at 29 in fear, still in fear for the stock market. Crypto fear and greed coming up a little bit overnight. Let's see where we are now. We are currently sitting at 27, still in fear. And then, yeah, we are up from extreme fear. At the beginning of last night's live stream, we were at extreme fear again, which is kind of silly in the grand scheme of things because crypto does not have tariffs, right? We know no boundaries, right? And Bitcoin specifically doesn't care whether or not China and Donald Trump trade or not, or agree on the tariffs. Okay, moving on. And of course, the BRICS nations just make it more positive for Bitcoin, right? Anyway, moving on. Okay, we're looking also at the Dixie. Take a look at the Dixie this morning. 99. Damn, we hit 99, guys. Damn.
Stupid.
Okay, so that's not good for risk on assets. Altcoin season, is it doomed? Oh man, it may be doomed to wait further down the road. Maybe going into November. I still am sticking my guns, guys. This week is basically here to reclaim the 110s. Next week's here to hopefully reclaim the 120s, and then we slide into November. Hopefully a little on the downside, and of course a quick rise to the 130s. That's been my plan the whole time. Since last week, I think I came up with that idea. All right. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Year to date, yeah, basically we're just down into the right, even with the quick little price action to the upside in the last 5 days, high of which we haven't seen. 99. It's been a minute. How long has it been? The beginning of the month we were up at 99 for just a brief period of time. In the last 3 months. Damn, yeah, we've been climbing up the last 3 months. We almost hit 100 though, but we haven't reclaimed 100 for a while. 99 flat on Dixie this morning. Okay, looking at crypto bubbles also this morning. How's it going? Recovering on the hour, on the day. Top 100 sitting right now in green, just barely in green, about 0.5% on average in green. Was this Chain Opera AI still killing it every single day? It's been up a decent amount. Now, not a pullback in sight yet. I still think this needs to find a bottom. It looks like it did already, not that long ago at $5. Now sitting at $17.22. All right. Possibly, possibly done. Possibly you're ready for the races. I mean, if it goes all the way back up to here, I mean, that's a clear bullish signal. It's going to move another leg higher if it touches $20, $21 again. All right, so anyway, that's Chain Opera AI. It's a pretty new project. Again, do your research, and yeah, I'm not telling anyone to buy anything. All right, so we were looking at DCA opportunities here on the day. Not huge pullbacks here. We don't see any 10% like we saw yesterday. That was a lot of fun. The only thing down 10% or more is Zcash, which again had a huge run over the past few months. It's been up hugely, 352% on the last month alone, 520% on the year. Of course, everyone running into those privacy tokens like Monero and Zcash for potential, less exposure to their movements in the market. All right, what are we looking at here? We're getting a little better regulation too around privacy tokens. That's another reason to look at maybe Zcash and Monero. Okay, week, because we've been basically thrown through the mud forever. Okay, what's down the most on the week? We have some 20s here, which is decent. That's a decent pullback on the weekly. I would love to see more, but this is what we got. Say's down 12%. The Chain Opera AI is down 23% on the week. Obviously, it's up 60% now on the day. Fetch AI is still down 15% on the week. Aster 23%. Avalanche 12. That's pretty much all I really see here. IP Stories down 15%. Sui is down 10%. All right, what else we got on the monthly? Any huge pullbacks here? I want to see 40 50s here, honestly, for some good DC opportunities. Damn, the Avalanche is down 45% on the month. Damn. I think that might be my pick today. That's insane. Holy hell. That's insane. Oldie but a goodie. Hasn't ran it yet at all. Sui is down 30% almost, 27.5, and Say is down 35.8. If I were to be just picking a big L1s, man, in the top 20, I'd be looking at AVAX and SUI. That's insane. Huge pullbacks like that on the month. 45 on AVAX. Damn. If I had a few $1,000s, damn, that's probably where I'd throw it. All right, Fetch AI down also 60% on the month. Still, AI trends have not ran at all. All right, moving on. And they also lost a partnership or something like that. Someone was telling me in the chat. I didn't look into it, but that's what I heard. Of course, all the other AI coins are down, like Near. Everything else is down like 20, 30%. So my top picks on top 100 right now, definitely looking at AVAX and SUI or say. I like SUI. I love that. I love how fast it moves when we all start cranking back up, melting up. Top 200. What are we looking at the top 200 here? Let's go back to the day. Saros is down 24%. Kita's up again. That was mentioned last night too. Up 20%. Been a minute since we've seen this back in the headlines again. It's still a pretty new project as well. Week. What do we got on the week here? IIOZ down 20%. Come on, give us something bigger. Saros, these are of course 200, so the market caps are definitely smaller. They have bigger volatility. ZBEX down about 20% on the week, 20% on the month. I'm not really feeling any of these. I think I said the same thing last night too. Wormhole's down 30% on the month. That's a decent pullback, but there's a lot of 30s in the top 200 space. I don't know. Everything's just kind of flat. Everything's pretty much down the same amounts on the top 200 here. Nothing that I really want to sink my teeth into. I'd probably just be sticking to my guns. XCN already starting to chip back up though. Maybe just go all in on Wormhole. 30% down on Wormhole on the month. It's decent. I do like Wormhole. Again, guys, not financial advice. This is what I would do.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right. Moving back into TradFi. We gotta catch back up in the news, guys. NBA star, head coach arrested in FBI gambling probe. Okay, weird. Okay, CNBC. What are we talking about? Something that matters, hopefully. Existing home sales in September down. Holy crap. Kind of looks like the Dixie. That's nuts. U.S. Treasury year. Oh yeah, that is. I thought those were existing home sales chart. No, that's the 10-year Treasury. Yes. All right. Moving on. What do we got with Fox Business? They're just coming back, or no, they're on break. Okay, they're on break. Going back to crypto news, guys. Let's go find some more crypto news. Let's take a look at how about Bitcoin.com news. They've been kind of slacking on the news lately. Haven't really been covering anything really juicy. Bitcoin briefly touches 110K after the U.S. national debt surpasses $38 trillion. That's why I don't understand how anyone can put up with that shit. That's why we burn money every single night here on the channel. All right. Yes. Okay. Yeah, Dutch gambling rules, and again, I have to say this again. I talked about it last night too. $38 trillion right now. Not all the gold in the world, guys. Not all the gold in the world worth its weight in gold in U.S. dollars can pay for that debt, right? The market cap of gold sitting right now. This is not even real. Most of that gold's probably not even really there, right? So anyway, $28.9 trillion in the total market cap of all the gold in the world that we know of. That's exposed to these markets, right? And not even all the gold in the world could pay for all of our debt. This is how stupid, silly we live here in the United States.
Stupid?
Delusional. All right. Okay. Argentum AI founder, skyrocketing AI compute. Nigeria forms working group for explore Bitcoin adoption. Tether investing Kotani play. Come on, give me something juicy. Bitcoin ETFs rebound with 477 million inflow as Ethereum joins the rally. Okay, so the inflows are back in for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's take a look and see how IBIT's doing, actually. How is IBIT doing? Still, this is off. That's old. 805,000 is old number. And of course, Bitcoin Treasury is always late. Always late. We get to go to the real news platform on X to get the real stuff. Okay, got it. All right. So let's see what else we have here. Let's go to another news outlet. Let's try How about the real news outlet over on X? Get some crypto news over here. Unfiltered, unvetted, doom scrolling now, guys, on my feed. Coinbase CEO just said live on CNBC the Bitcoin crypto market structure bill is about to pass. Did he really say that?
Yeah, well, we had great meetings with the Democrats in the Senate and on the Republican side today. And the good news is that there's strong bipartisan support and will to get this market structure legislation done. It's important for America, and the 50 million Americans who've used crypto want to see it get done. And so one date we heard floated was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. I think that there's 90% of the issues are already aligned on and agreed, and there's draft text going back and forth, a lot of great cross-functional collaboration happening. That last 10% are the remaining issues, and everyone committed to get in the room together and work it out, and hopefully we'll see some draft text or get it out of committee by Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, all right. Okay. So I was worried about that. All the statements we were talking about from the people, have small leaks after the meeting, right? In our narrative list, we had to add possibly going out to 2026, according to some of those shout outs by our lawmakers. But yeah, it looks like we might still be getting this before Thanksgiving, according to Brian Armstrong. I would love to see that. Of course, CEO of Coinbase. Samson Mao. Oh no, what the hell? Watch until the end, says Samson Mao, my otaku brother from another mother. Of course, putting out some Bitcoin propaganda. I love it, love it, love it. All right, what else do we have here? I've heard, these same words unironically from people in real life so many times. Idiocracy 2006. Yes, 2006. Idiocracy, one of my favorite films. Of course, referring to where we are today.
No way.
Oh shit, I'm pregnant again!
I got too many damn kids!
I don't want to play the whole quote. I don't want to get banned already this morning. JP Morgan expects the Federal Reserve to end quantitative tightening next week. Bank of America says the entire U.S. banking industry will embrace crypto payments. All this bullish stuff all the time. There's Brian Armstrong in that clip again. There's your robot chef.
Do you need that spatula over there?
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem at all.
Just gonna pick it up nice and careful here. And just like that. Nice and easy.
Here, you ready for this sound?
Yeah, let's see it. Pretty good. When you sear, you just want to make sure it's fully flat to get the best sear possible on the bottom of the steak. So I'm just applying some light pressure with the spatula here. I'm going for the flip, Nick. Check this out. And there it is.
Oh my gosh! No way you just did that.
Nick, would you mind?
Jeez. Built for this. Yes, we're built for this. Michael Seller. 7 trillion? Yeah, $7 trillion. Yeah, 0.000. Yeah, $7 trillion sitting in money markets. This is the likes of Gary Cardone. As rates come down, $7 trillion will go somewhere. Where is it going? Gold, Bitcoin, real estate, and stocks, according to Grant Cardone. Very super bullish on Bitcoin. You wake up and see this. What will you do next? The same thing I always do. Hang out with you guys in the chat. Oh, dude. It's coming. It's coming. It's going to scare everybody, though. $7.4 trillion detonator. America's hidden liquidity bomb about to obliterate every market assumption. This is coming from Shanaka Anslam Parara over on X. The most dangerous number in financial history is hiding in plain sight. 7.4 trillion parked in money market funds. Same thing Gary Cardone posted earlier. Yeah, not in stocks, not in real estate, not in gold, just sitting there in the US dollars. They got to go somewhere. Billionaire Winklevoss twins are the best ever explanation of why Bitcoin beats gold.
All the gold and the asteroids above Earth, and all of a sudden gold.
Is that like a real statement?
Yeah, I think he will. In like the next.
So all of a sudden, wait, what? He's gonna mine all the gold. In
so
the
there's
asteroids.
billions of dollars.
And it's so sad because they're talking. Talking to freaking Portnoy, David Portnoy, who has bought and sold Bitcoin so many times. This is an old clip, by the way, too. Bought and sold Bitcoin so many times, yeah, he's gotten experts talking to his face about where we're going, and he still sells the bottom. He keeps them selling the bottom. Oh my God, what an idiot. Treasury SEC Besant, the spending spree is over, and it shows. The budget deficit began to shrink dramatically beginning at the second quarter of the year when there was no overlap with Biden administration. It's coming. It's coming. All right, guys. All right. Peter Schiff reveals that he's creating his own tokenized gold product. We already talked about CZ's reaction to that. Massive orange pill. Yes, spotted in Lugano, Switzerland. Let's freaking go. New Bitcoin could hit 200,000 by end of year. Senator Charter's calling for that. Tom Lee's calling for that. Eric Trump's calling for that. A lot of people, of course, still calling for that, even though we still only have about, what, 60 days left in the year? No, 90 days? 90 days left in the year? I feel like I'm missing a month. I am missing a month. It's only like 60 days left in the year, 60, 67, something like that. Just enough to, keep those workers coming back to the U.S. government. Major news, India will formally allow silver to be used as loan collateral from April 2026. Interestingly, borrowers only need 10 kilograms of silver versus 1 kilogram of gold. What a ratio, damn. All right. And then, Federal Reserve Governor demands the stablecoins not pay yields to customers because rewards belong to the banks. Yeah. We talked about this back in the back room.
On the actual T-bills and money market funds.
So if you guys are over in the Discord, of course, you can participate with the chaos further after the show on our Discord server. The link's in the description down below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, guys. 30 people watching. We need the likes and prescribe and subscriptions for YouTube to get us, of course, on the algorithm. The idea was basically that the banks win. Either way, the banks are going to win. They're going to do whatever they can to win. And Fed Governor Waller has been very pro crypto here, especially for a federal governor. And now we're, of course, starting to see some of the repercussions of that.
Vehicle. It's not a time deposit where you're holding it to earn interest, right? You're not holding currency for its yield. If Congress wanted to let you pay interest, they should have just said, let you pay interest. So trying to backdoor it is a little funny. It's not supposed to bear interest. And, at that point, it's not up to me to decide whether that's up to Congress. That's why I don't want to think about paying interest on these payment accounts. It's not supposed to be an account for somebody to hold stablecoins and earn interest. You're not
All right.
holding it to earn interest. So it's a claim on the banks. You can disintermediate a bank, but you can't disintermediate the banking system. You don't have any claim to demand treasuries. You don't get to go to the bank and say, I want some treasuries. They'll say, no, you get $1. Here's what you get. Those are my thoughts.
I can't. In the current loophole we have, we can get rewards from stablecoins. We cannot get yield from stablecoins. So we're still able to do it through a roundabout way, as per Brian Armstrong's Coinbase, for example, which has always offered a yield. We call them rewards now on Circle, for example. All right. Anyway, we'll see if that continues or they're going to write that out entirely. I don't know, but definitely will change the way we think about holding in dollars. If we have absolutely no incentive with stablecoins, I think a lot of people are just going to throw their money into Ethereum for yield, or Bitcoin for longevity, or that sort of direction. Not, of course, holding U.S. dollars. It takes us off faster, I think. Either way, I don't care. I think it's good for Bitcoin either way. It'd probably even be better if we do not get yield. And of course, going to a different route. Probably be better for Ethereum. Anyway, a big stablecoins process 46 trillion in transactions over the past year, nearly 3x Visa's volume, and closing in the ACH network that powers the U.S. banking. It's funny too, because we were just talking about Zbeck just put out a thing yesterday about how they're able to transact on any ACH network and process payments, and they, of course, pointing to the government and saying, "Hey, get us to do your payroll." Of course, you guys are fans of Zbeck. You know what I'm talking about. All right. I think we're pretty much exhausting the real news over on X. Let's do another run of TradFi, and then probably call it. It's kind of a slow news day, guys. Slow news day. Oh, we got what do we got here? FBI gives details on sports gambling investigation. Blah. Bleh. We don't care.
Are you stupid?
Hey, we don't care. It doesn't have anything to do with us. CNBC here. What the hell? Oh, wow. Some crazy infomercial thing. All right, moving on. Fox Business. Also on commercial. All right, we're going back to crypto news. Let's see what else we can dig up maybe on one of the news sites here. How about Daily Hodl? I do like Daily Hodl. BRICS nations, Russia accelerates de-dollarization, says 90% of trade, 95% of trade with China and India now in local currencies. Yes, they've been getting closer and closer to de-dollarization every single day. Again, the BRICS nation was created in 2008, guys. Just a quick little history if you guys are not familiar with the BRICS nations. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and many other nations have joined since its initial foundation. And they were created in 2008, the same year we had the financial crisis, the same year that also Bitcoin was created. We have avenues to get off of this, guys, and the rest of the world is fed up, and so are we. All right. Russia is essentially sidestepping the U.S. dollar in nearly all of its international trade, according to one of the BRICS nations' top officials. According to a report of Russian state-run media TASS, the country's deputy prime minister, Alexander Novak, says 90% to 95% of its trade with India and China are done with domestic currencies rather than the U.S. dollar. The market itself meets the need for settlements in national currencies. For example, with our friends from China and India, we have already switched to national currencies by 90 to 95%. This is automatic without any purpose, because they do not allow settlements in the respective currency which used to be the hegemonic one. And again, we just lost the petrodollar only 2 years ago, so we don't transact with oil at all in U.S. dollars exclusively anymore like we used to for our lifetime, everyone's lifetime that's seeing it on the channel since World War II. Novak added that settlements in national currencies don't hinder the trade between the countries. Last week, President Trump said the BRICS nations, which was originally set up as an alternative global trade engine outside the U.S. system, was designed to be an attack on the dollar, which is true. This is very much true. That's why it was created. Reuters reports that the Kremlin had rejected the assertion, saying that the coalition was simply a regrouping of nations united by a shared vision of cooperation and prosperity. BRICS Economic Alliance has clocked in $1 trillion worth of internal trade between its member countries. According to Kirill Dmitriev, chief executive of Russian direct investment fund RDIF. Dmitriev confirmed the number of Telegram channel, a major milestone which confirms the strengthening of the economic ties of the growing role of the association and formation of the new architecture of the global economy. We continue to strengthen businesses and ties, including through BRICS Business Cycle Council, as requested by the Russian President Vladimir Putin. All right. Moving on. But yeah, they are done, guys. Donezo. We have been taking advantage of the rest of the world for far too long, and they've had enough. And I played that entire clip from Nayib Bukele last night. That's one of my favorite clips. If you guys haven't checked it out, please do. It's of course his address to CPAC in 2024. I believe it was 24. I don't think it might have been 23. It's been a minute. All right. Definitely before Trump became president. All right. What else we have here? Anything else on the Daily Hodl? I don't jump down to that road too quickly. Legendary trader Peter Brandt warns Bitcoin flashing bearish signal that could trigger massive meltdown. His target's probably 97. But we've got a long way to go downward before we even touch anywhere near that. Where's Bitcoin currently sitting at? $109 and $300 right now. Okay. Legendary trader tells his 816,000 followers on X that they might be printing a bearish formation similar to the price of soybeans in 1977. Are we really comparing Bitcoin to soybeans? Oh my god. I guess we are. Okay. While the synonymous crypto trader Blunts, you never trust a guy named Blunts, tells his 329,000 followers on X that Bitcoin is not done rallying this cycle. Okay. Same deal with the Bitcoin. One more all-time high in the top. The current doomers are too early. Either way, I think they're too early. Bitcoin is trading for 108,100 at the time of this writing. I really got nothing out of this opinion piece here, honestly. All right. Moving on. Billionaire Mike Novogratz reveals Bitcoin price forecast for the end of 2025. This one came out yesterday. I was trying to find the video from him talking on CNBC, but I couldn't find it yesterday. Interview with CNBC Novogratz. Let me see if I can find it. Because he did say some interesting things. I'm going to go to X. X. The real news over on X. Guys want real news? Go to X. Of course, if you guys like what you're seeing here today, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you like the same sort of content and you like the different platform, just go over there. We're on X. We're on X too. We're actually streaming from X right now. I don't know where it goes. I should probably find out where that rabbit hole goes this week. I've been streaming for 2X now. I don't know where it goes. All right. Yeah, searching for Mike Novogratz, CNBC on X. This one here. That looks like it's old. No, that had to be it. Yeah, 107,000. Yeah.
And Bitcoin's going to be seen, but we're in a rangy, softer range right now, and I don't see what changes that. There's a bill in D.C. that needs to get passed, hopefully in the next 6 weeks. If that does, I think that'll give crypto a real jolt to the upside. That, and as we get closer, every day we wake up is one day closer to the Fed governor transition. And, my base case is still we get a much more dovish, malleable Fed governor than we've had in the past. The crypto.
All right, so he's pertaining to major catalysts like the ones we talk about here on the channel all the time. The biggest one at the end of the year being the market structure bill being passed, which again seems to be very positive about, and that's going to happen between this year and next year, between probably the likes of November and or January. If we have to wait that long, government shutdown may push it out to January. That's the idea. And then of course the big one, which is the replacement of Powell, which he says Fed governor. He's kind of the chair, right? So I'm not sure why you call it Fed governor. I mean, unless he's talking about just what's his name, Moran's rule, I guess, being he may not be there permanently, right? So they're choosing another Fed chair or Fed governor. I don't know. I think he just misspoke there about Powell. Powell's going to be up in second quarter of next year, towards the end. No, first quarter of next year. Yeah. All right, moving on. CNBC did an interview with Novogratz. He asked about the altcoins. New ecosystem, new strong narratives. Use Hyperlink as an example. Decentralized finance and transparency. Uses exchange profits for token buybacks. And yeah, he owns hype. Lots of hype. Okay. Moving on. What else we got on the TradFi side? It might be it, guys. It might be all the news we're being able to dig up today. FBI still talking about this gambling fraud thing. I don't know. Sports gambling, whatever. Treasury narrowing the federal deficit. They're talking about that on CNBC.
Spending year on year in the third quarter of this year was basically flat, up 0.2, and it was down 2.5% in the fourth quarter, or the last quarter of the fiscal year. So the spending trajectory looks very key, and that's why the Republicans do not want to cave to Democrat demands to reverse these spending initiatives, which are going to keep a much better deficit trajectory in place thanks to President Trump's policies.
Joe, I see a lot of the Wall Street research and economists writing about 2026, calendar 2026, and why we should expect some of the stimulative effects of the OBBB coming through. And one of those is expected very heavy individual tax refunds in the first quarter, $150 billion or so, incremental to last year, as well as a lot of the corporate tax incentives. I guess what I'm wondering is whether you're getting the benefits on the deficit side this year because you're kind of over withholding by design and you're giving it back next year. And also, can we extrapolate the spending levels from this past quarter into next year?
So, Michael, on the OBBB, the full expensing of capital, those guidelines, I believe, are almost done. The full expensing for factories, which is very important and will drive domestic production and tax revenues, that's still being worked on. We do need this shutdown to end because at some point we're not going to be able, with the IRS and Treasury working on this, they're not going to be able to fully implement everything in time if the Democrats keep the government closed. So that's important. In terms of the refunds next year, yes, they could be very meaningful for workers, but their incentive, Michael, is to work more. For tariffs, we're going to generate a lot more tariff revenue next year. And given where the economy has been, we're looking at 4% type of growth for the third quarter, 3% plus type growth next year if we get this CapEx, everything in place, guys, as we expect. That's a boom. That's going to drive the revenues.
Yeah, we're still working into a very bullish 2026. It seems like on all fronts. All right. Let me catch up in the chat real quick, guys. It's been a minute. I just noticed I am really behind. Damn, really behind. When stimmy checks, guys? When stimmy checks?
When will then be now?
Perfect timing on that too. Yeah, story looking pretty good. Yes, up to DC a bit, says Cody. Still working on story there. Gotcha. Neb says, I literally just woke up. I apologize, guys. Good morning, Chaos Crew. Nebs, you're late. You're late, my man. How you going? How you doing, man? Happy Thursday to you. Zombie Tokens says, Maximus, yes, zombie tokens. We don't have zombie companies anymore, just zombie tokens. Richie Rich says, good morning, dystopians. Good morning, Richie Rich. How you doing, my guy? Dylan Crumb says, yeah, I put a few moon low limit orders in. I got the liquidation spikes down after melting a meeting today. Damn, Dylan. Cody because says, I know what plants crave. Yeah. Brano. Yes. Okay. JP Morgan expects the Federal Reserve to end the quantitative tightening next week. Yes, there we go. I mean, we've already ended it. We already ended quantitative tightening last month, right? Was it last month? Yeah, that was our first rate cut. So again, we're going to continue that, Andy. Give me more orange pills. Dylan, dang you, making me break out the orange pills. I'm almost out of these, man. I got to get more. Of course, guys, if you haven't already, take your daily orange pill. You need one of these every single day. Of course, keeps the fear and FOMO at bay. Okay, it's great. All right, it's got electrolytes in it. God damn it, Cody. Buy high, sell low, like the pros. Yeah, like freaking Portnoy. Yeah. Rob Scott says, I wonder how I found you. In the algorithm, I probably lean heavy towards XRP. Are there any particular coins you're interested in, or just I generally follow all the crypto news? I like to generally follow all the crypto news, but we do lean heavy into certain coins, certain projects. I am a Bitcoin permabull. Very, very much. I'm like 99% maxi Bitcoin. But I do invest in our space, and I do have other assets. I have 50% of my portfolio in Bitcoin. On the other half, I have in a myriad of different assets. One of our favorite performers here on the channel is Zbek, if you're familiar with Zbek. I did hold XRP up until January, sold it off in January, and yeah, kind of shuffled my portfolio around. Half of my portfolio around and the different projects. I've been holding Jasmy. I'm a big proponent of Jasmy, if you're familiar with that coin. I don't know, all these other coins behind me here. Yeah, I definitely have an old soul, and I do love the coins that were back in the last cycle, for sure. A lot of the Dino coins I think are still going to make it. I'm leaning a lot more towards Sui every single day. Definitely love the price action we saw last summer, and of course this beginning of the year too. All right, good morning, crypto fam. Yes, yeah, just a quick little thing there for you, Rob Scott. I'm all over the place, following the winners though. That's the goal. We're living through again the new tech bubble, right? And we're going to have these booms and busts. We're going to have the winners, and we're going to choose the losers as well. Taco loves Sui and Sei, says Nebula. I do love Sui and Sei. I don't hold enough of it. Never could hold enough of it, probably. But I do love the moves. I'm foreseeing the quick moves in and out. I did a ton of swing trades with them at the beginning of the year, and I'd love to do them again soon. Rob Scott, yes, soon. And he says Revolut secures a MiCA license, now preparing to launch crypto services across Europe for millions of users. Damn, there we go. There you go. Some news from across the pond. Thank you, Andy. Of course, our resident whale bringing the alpha this morning from overseas. Revolut secures a MiCA license. Here we go from CoinDesk. Fintech giant CySec, the SEC approval for I guess cyber coins or cyber securities and exchange. That's kind of weird. Approval for the offer compliant crypto trading across 30 EEA markets under the MiCA. Revolut gains MiCA authorization. I'm burning my retinas. I need dark mode. There we go. Enabling EEA-wide crypto services. License strengthens Revolut's compliance-focused crypto expansion strategy. All right, let's see what we have here. Fintech major Revolut. Receiving markets in crypto assets MiCA license from a Cyprus Securities Exchange Commission. Okay, cybersecurity, gotcha. Allowing to provide regulated crypto services across all 30 countries in the European Economic Area, the EEA. Revolut, which serves more than 65 million customers globally, said the authorization cements its compliance first approach to crypto in an email announcement on Thursday. Why do we have Eric Trump here talking? The company plans to roll out Crypto 2.0, an expanded platform featuring more than 280 tokens. Damn. Zero fee staking with rewards up to 22% annual yield, and direct one-to-one stablecoin USD conversions with no spread. Damn, that's awesome. According to a press release on Thursday, Revolut's move comes as MiCA takes effect of the EU, reshaping how exchanges and wallet providers operate. The firm's Cyprus base will be serve as a hub for EEA crypto operations, building a success with Revolut's X trading platform. All right, nice. Alrighty then. Thanks again, yeah, Andy in the chat for sharing this one. Let's see what else we can dig up before we head out. Probably like, I don't know. I'll do one more run at TradFi. I'll see how I'm feeling and see if we can dig up anything else breaking. Still talking about the, gambling, scam, FBI press conference. I don't know. Illegal probe. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. It's just too much noise for my brain this morning. IMAX CEO on the Q3 beat. Okay, we really don't care about IMAX in the morning. Let's see what else we got here. News conference on NBA gambling scene continuing. Okay. All right, back to news headlines here. Let's take a look. Anything else breaking here? Besson predicts price relief soon, says economic entering strong phase. It's headlining right now on Fox Business. CNBC, same thing, same stuff here, all the same stuff we saw earlier. Okay, moving on. Let's do one more run of crypto news. Let's see, where can we go next? How about cryptonews.net? Yeah, let's go there. Bitcoin may finally flush to 104K before the bull market returns. I'm calling for 103. That's the target. What's this 104 nonsense? 103.2, 103.5. I guess it's close enough to 104, whatever. Bitcoin options open interest surge to record 50 billion on Deribit. Trezor unveils quantum ready safe 7 hardware wallet. Ballsy to state that. Damn. Oh, damn.
Stupid?
Let's see if there's any legitimacy here. Trezor has launched. I have an old Trezor. I have it. I haven't used it in a couple years now. Trezor has launched a new version of its hardware wallet that claims to prepare for a post-quantum world, saying it's taking aim at future threats to digital assets, even as a crypto crime surges today. We anticipate future risks by building devices secure not only against today's threats, but also tomorrow's. In a key example of quantum computing technology could eventually break the current cryptographic standards. With the Trezor Safe 7, we're introduced a quantum-ready architecture. Hardware can support post-quantum cryptographic updates with a bootloader built on a hybrid classical post-quantum signature scheme. Let's go. Quantum computing is a developing technology that uses quantum mechanics principles to perform complex calculations far faster than traditional computers. Yada yada. We don't need the whole backstory on quantum computing again. Yeah, and it's still pretty far out there in, of course, the grand scheme of things. Still not all threats are digital. So-called wrench attacks happen all the time. Yes, all that stuff. Okay, I think that's all we're going to squeeze out of this article. But this is awesome. I'm glad to hear that people are starting to build technology around this idea that we need to be quantum ready, and eventually, obviously, the developers over at Bitcoin are going to have to, of course, either increase the encryption requirements for the network, or hardware wallets manufacturers like Trezor are going to have to do it on the back end their own way. So either way, this is good for the space. I'm happy to see it. Key Rock crypto buyback boom. I don't know what the hell that is. Beware of danger. Bitcoin could experience biggest bear market ever. The biggest bear market ever. If we have World War III, yes, it will have the biggest bear market ever. CoinDesk 20 performance updates. Solana gains. What's this? Canon's turnaround. I'm not feeling any of these articles. A new development has been made. The scam including Libra. Yeah, we talked about that last night a little bit. I wanted to go into it again. Coinbase CEO confirms bipartisan push. Yeah, we mentioned that already. I think that's it. We have exhausted the news, guys. That's it. That's all I got for you. This is what we do. We got to squeeze every little bit of the news out every single morning. All right, guys, let's see what else we have in the chat. I'm going to call it for the day. Andy says, boom. Yes, boom. Senior Bakula, are you going on Tuesday to the Tinfoil Hat Tuesday? I still haven't heard yay or nay out of Cody on that. He's a busy bee, man. He's a busy bee. Again, I don't want to take any work away from him, right? I mean, he's a very, very busy jeweler who probably makes a lot of money doing so. And you don't want to, yeah. But he needs a break. He also needs a break. Defending also to that point, he needs a break as well. Looking at you, Cody. Cliff says, yeah, we hit the end of the internet already. We did. That's it. And so all the internet, it's all gone. We already hit the bottom of the internet. All right, guys. All right. With that, I'll be calling you guys.
It's currently 10.
Oh yeah, and that's my alarm. Eye of the tiger, guys. It's time for me to go run a mile or two. I need to too, man. I've been putting it off the last day. Oh my god, I slept all day yesterday. Try to recover from my ailment, right? All right, time for drunk jogging, says Maximus. Drunk jogging. Run slow, breathe fast, says Easy. The opposite, right? All right, guys. All right, I will see you guys tonight. Of course, thanks again for coming out and supporting the chaos with me. We're going to get this money, as Gamma Goddess always says. We're just waiting for it all to load. Bitcoin's still sitting at 109.5. It's a decent day so far. It's still early, right? We could still see a flash crash back to 107 before, of course, the intraday trading session begins. Have a good day, guys. We're gonna be fine. Do I have to play it before I leave? I probably should. I had too much fun with Officer Grady last night. Let's do it.
So just chill out.
Yeah.
Drink a 7-Up. Yeah. Eat a moon pie. Quit murdering people.
Later, guys. Later.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more songs and let me huddle forever more and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood shopping and door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Everyone was freaking out and losing their minds over $107,000 pullback on Bitcoin, like we've never seen it before. Oh, there you guys are. How's it? All right, guys. Yes, a man with no shoes trips over no laces. I was just talking to Elmo over there. All right, guys. All right, stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. The bull run is coming.
What are you, stupid?
We may just have to wait a little longer. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid before the bull run. I'll see you guys tonight. Have a good one. Stay safe. Peace.